Hi folks, my name is Zach Padilla. I'm the product specialist and sommelier here at the liquor store and wine loft of Jackson Hole. Today we're tasting the Liberty School Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles, the Chrusher Cabernet Sauvignon from Clarksburg, and the Lake Sonoma winery from Alexander Valley, again, Cabernet Sauvignon. So today's theme, Cab. Shall we? Let's jump in. Liberty School, big name brand. Now we all know this guy. You know, their cab is what they're well known for. We want to try and compare these to one of our favorites, something that we sell here that is almost unknown to the local community as well as outside. And then the last one here, Lake Sonoma, another fairly well-known cab, but not typically widely distributed. So let's try and see where we land with each one of these. So Liberty School, Cabernet Sauvignon, Paso Robles. I think we're looking at, what, a 2009, probably? 2008? 2008. All right. Getting kind of a candied character on the nose. A little bit of a cranberry, a little bit of that blueberry, black fruit, kind of blackberry plum kind of characteristics. A little bit of vanilla, more like a molasses than a vanilla. A little baking spice. Not getting much of an earthy note to it. If anything, I'm getting kind of a maybe limestone or gravel, but you know, more gravel probably from this region at least. And of course, Liberty School comes through. We know this guy. We've done this before, but nice tannins. It's got some earthy bite to it. It's got some vanilla, a little bit of that oaky mouthfeel, a little bit too much, but still fruity, fun. There's some blueberry, some blackberry there. Definite like a cranberry tartness to it. There's a decent amount of acidity. I mean, I'm still swallowing here, in between yammering, but it's still very comfortable. It's still very everyday. You know, this is your everyday cab. I would definitely suggest this one because of the oak mouthfeel and the tannins. This is definitely something that would go better with a big hearty steak, big ribeye, something like that. But it's light enough still that it could go with some appetizers as well. But play with it. You might have some fun. The Chrusher Cabernet, this is from Clarksburg, and I'm noticing right off the bat that the color is a little bit lighter. So let's see here. You know, the nose almost echoes. I mean, in the same thing as the Liberty School. I'm showing some big blueberry, cranberry, black fruit. I'd say it's more like this one is more like the plum, blackberry fruits, right? This one had a little bit more of a tartness blueberry, right? This one too, though, not as much of that candied character. Like I said from the beginning, Liberty School kind of has like a syrupy molasses character. This one shows definitive vanilla, you know, so it's entirely possible that they used French oak instead of American oak like Liberty School probably did. I'm also getting a little bit of red bell pepper on this one, kind of an herbaceousness. Whoa, yeah, there's much more of a mouthfeel on this one. Definitely all over the palate, there's that kind of gripping tannins all from the sides of your cheeks, your whole mouth. There's definitely that raspberry, blackberry, blueberry kind of characteristic, but there's that definitive vanilla, like I said, more vanilla than molasses, a little bit of that baking spice quality. I'd say there's some white pepper to this a little bit, and definitely like I would say roasted red bell pepper. You know, this is really good, but I'm going to say in this case, between the two, Liberty School may be my favorite. Liberty School is just smoother. It's more balanced. The Chrusher, though, you know, it may not be as balanced as Liberty School. If you pair the Chrusher to a nice hearty steak, like I said with the Liberty School, this will taste phenomenal. It will break down the fat in those steaks to make an amazing meal. So if I'm just sitting having a drink, Liberty School. If I'm having dinner, the Chrusher. Just my opinion. Next one up, absolutely one of my favorites. I have sold this one before, and I have had lots of clients come to me and say they enjoyed it. This is the Lake Sonoma Winery Cabernet Sauvignon from Alexander Valley. Now, Alexander Valley is a little bit more of a colder region, so that cold region should create some gripping tannins in this case, because the skins are going to really focus on making sure that the juice is protected. So let's see what we got here. Definite blackberry, definite blueberry. We've got a little bit of a chocolate, tarry kind of characteristic. The other two, very fresh fruit. This is more of a baked or jammy fruit. This has got a little bit of that tar and chocolate characteristic. The palate, though, very fun, very jammy. I've got some blackberry, blueberry characteristic. I've got a little bit of that tar and chocolate. There's some baking spice here, definite molasses. It was definitive American oak on this one. You can't miss that. In this case, again, this has got some big flavor. I'm saying this is great by itself, but if you've got a great entree, if you've got a big hearty steak again, you could easily pair this one and make it that much better. So again, I'm going to say steak all the way around. I'm going to say these are all gorgeous cabs, but I would prefer this one by itself. I would prefer these with the entree. Now, if I want to really make cut into the steak, go with the Chrusher. If I want to enjoy the meal somewhere beyond anything I could actually explain, that one. I love that. That is a great cab. So thanks for joining us. You can see us here every week, Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. to taste with us. Also, every month, Dave and I are teaching classes here in the Wine Loft. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Cheers.